she want me full skirt, I like she wears clothes. You see, it's obvious, sensational. But it's not you, and I know, and I know, and I know, I need a close, oh, wow, that's a little, yeah. I pretty sweet, can be because this one she's fine, oh. She wants it, she got this, no big control. She does it, she wants it, she make me want her body. Back shots, body, give her body, back shots, body, give her body, back shots, body. She wait to jump on NYC, yeah. She can be the best athlete, ready, as I sing, sweet in my belly, don't like it. Let's go, Grand Rising. It is Friday. I'm a presidential if you Goody, bang, bang. I need you now, put me on fire like you like that. Can you taste so divine? And I wonder why you so sensational. But it's not you to do. Can I do? And I know, need a good that's pretty sweet, can be become sensational. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, it's Friday. Come on, y'all, let's get it in. You know how we do it here. This ain't your first rodeo on the show. Oh, show. Good morning. You know, I like to get my morning music in. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for joining me this morning. Oh, it's been a rough one, but we're going to get through this today because it's the end of the week. Or is it really the end? Or the second to the last day? However you want. Hopefully everybody's in good spirits this morning. All feeling amazing. So this morning, good morning. I can't stop saying good morning to all you amazing people. Thank you for joining. Tap the screen, share the live out to 15, 20 like-minded people. This morning, me and my brothers, with some of the brothers that will be here, I got something I want to talk to them about this morning. Thank you. Happy Friday to you too. I can't got my glasses, so I can't really see who sent it, my little black. Thank you for your daily heartbeat. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for all the like. It's not even a tough one this morning, but it's something that we've been, me and my brother Ford were talking about it yesterday. And I know he's in the building. I don't know where the other ones are. See, I can never count my brothers out. I would say this. Yesterday was fun. I had so much to let go yesterday, fellas. I appreciate y'all for allowing me to get that off my chest yesterday. Listen, I had a lot, bro. It was, good morning, Positive. Yes. Positive, good morning. Yo, I had so much energy. So much bottled up stuff that I had to let go. But it felt good to release it. Oh! What's up, Chocolate Dropper? I was on one. It's Friday. I told y'all, Friday, anybody can get some. Anybody. Handing out jokes. Just handing out jokes. Wow. Giving them for free. Good morning, good morning. Tyson, hey, where you got your shoe at today? He said your shoe. Hey, VJ, happy Friday, man. I'm sorry. Wait, I don't want to say that so we don't get in trouble. Where is your photo shoot at? The barbershop. Put the word in front of it. Photo shoot. Barbershop. Oh, y'all too funny this morning. You got energy. Okay. Energy. All right, fellas, good morning. Mike to Mike. He just came back. Look at Baby Bishop. Baby Bishop in the building. Friday. It's Friday. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to introduce this topic, and I'm going to let y'all rock a little bit while I destroy some of this breakfast. Because, you know, I need to fuel up. So I'm going to let y'all rock. But anyway, so yesterday me and Ford was talking. Had a good conversation on the way to work, always. And we were talking about something. It was a video that was sent to us about this young man talking about pastors and preachers and all this other stuff, right? I'm just trying to make a long story short so we can get straight to it. So basically, he was telling, you know, I think for me it's kind of weird how some of these pastors will start telling, and I'm not saying all, so for all y'all that go to church and all this other stuff, if it's not your pastor, don't worry. But to sum it up, you know, because you got to be clear with some people, because they be like, oh, no, I'm just saying. To sum it all up, basically, they teaching, some of these pastors are telling these women what type of men that they need to marry. And then they telling these type of men what they need to be to marry them, right? But they also telling them about don't be marrying and dating broke men. So that's the whole point that we want to get to this morning. That's the brass tacks. What makes a man really broke? Like seriously, like we don't, because we hear this all. I don't want to date no broke man. I don't want no man that's broke. But what is considered a broke man? Because we hear it all the time. But now that we got some men on this platform, we can truly speak on what makes a man broke. So that way some of these women can get a real perspective on what a broke man really is. But y'all got it. So let me ask this. You muted it, baby boy. I said, I'm going to last against the beat. I want to sum it all up and I'll be ready to speak. All right, so let me ask you. You know what? Can you hear me? Yeah, what? Okay. Let me ask you a little more time. So listen, you can hear you. Can I speak real quick? We can hear you. So it was interesting because what the pastor was saying was, and this may be something that we end up talking about on the iHeartRadio show that we're going to be on next Friday. But it was talking about the pastor wasn't saying that. It was a gentleman. This will be saying correctly. The pastor wasn't saying that. It was a gentleman's opinion to what the pastor was saying. Unless I heard you wrong, but the pastor was saying it's okay to marry a broke man. But in the conversation with me and Velvet was like, what does broke mean? Right? What's the definition of a broke man? Like, what does that look like? If a man has all his bills paid, but he doesn't have extra money to do a bunch of extra stuff, is that a broke man? Because to a lot of people that is. To a lot of people that is. But what is it? What is that? What is a broke man? And is there a difference part of the answer to this question. So I was almost rhetorical. Is there a difference between a broke man and a broken man? I knew he was going, Mike. Listen, that's why we the horse, bro. I knew where he was going. And so before I let anybody talk, welcome in. I saw a bunch of people in here, people that are just regulars. And, shout out to my sis Tab, Gus B, that came in as well. Plus, good morning. I think I saw B in here. Roxy's in here. So thank you. Sorry if I missed anybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday. We are the Horsemen, and we are lucky enough not to hear Melvin smacking on whatever he's eating right now. So yeah, we gonna make it. What's up, Dave? Good morning, y'all. So welcome in. So listen, what is it? What is that? What is the definition of a broken? The perfect example, and I'm gonna just say it straight up, is Job. The perfect example of a broken man is Job. And see, we as men, we go through Jobs in our life as a man. But see, we can't express that part of a broken man. We have to put a falsified act on while we're going through it at the worst parts of our life. Why? Because society can't see that part of who we really are, because we've been judged for that aspect of actually being broken. So let me just I want to understand what you were saying. Are you saying we are going through a period of time where we may be quote unquote broke? The perception is that we are broken. So I'm sorry, just say it again. Say it for the video people. Like, okay. So I can understand. Okay, so think about it like this. To the surface, somebody can come up to you and go, man, hey, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? You're like, on the surface, you're going to get the surface level of what you're going to do. You're not going to actually truly break down. This is what I'm really going through. This is how I need help. You're going to give that person just a bottom surface of what it goes in your aspect of what you're going through. But then when you go home and get behind closed doors, what are you actually doing? Your actual brokenness. So there's a difference that you give a surface level, but your true brokenness is when you're by yourself and you have to deal with the brokenness on the inside of you. The only way that you're going to get fixed is to go like Job. Even though he was broken, everything was taken away from him. I mean, he literally everything got snatched from him in a day. But to the surface level, his brothers that tried to come to him saw him at a surface level broken. But Job was eternally broken. And so he had to recognize, even in that, people will only see the surface level, but they'll never understand until they really sit with you, allow the true brokenness to come out. Got it. Party going on. Keep going on. No, I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point because I think at some point in time they both can tie together. And I love the context because what you're talking about, Micah, is really a whole other version. I don't want to say version. It is an entirely different conversation on how on what men go through and the things that they need to do to become unbroken. Like number one, the first thing to deal with is to identify it, right? So generally, if a man is quote unquote broke, that is a reflection and a direct correlation to a brokenness within inside him that got him to being broke. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying on that. But my question is what is broke? I mean, what is broke to some people? One thing is going to some others, to others it's not. So let me go to what you got? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Cool. Listen, that's what I always say. I always want to talk about we're talking about some y'all talking the same language. And I understand, my personal understanding of what a pro is an individual financial situation does not meet his own need. And he can't have trouble paying bills and have a basic sustainable life. That being said, then I will say, it's important that it's not about woman dealing with a broke man. That man should not be seeking a mate at all if he can't take care of himself. Period, point blank, full stop. Because that is the maturation process of being of manhood. It's first being able to take care of you, then being able to take care of you and someone else, and then you someone else if you want to have kids, dogs, cats, whatever else that you want to have in your house. So that being said, that's what I refer to as broke. Yes, I'm going to dare say no one should be involved with a broke person. They can't take care of themselves financially. We're not even going to get into the other aspect, emotionally, just in a practical sense of everyday living. You can't take care of yourself. What are you doing? You're in a broke state. Doesn't mean you have to live there. You're in a broke state, right? And up to the point now. Is it something that change? Absolutely. But to have this mindset, because I think our couples have gone far with it, is because we've got to the place where it's no longer where a person may be in a broke state at the time. We're referring to it as if you ain't got, it's not you can't take care of something. You're not making 6 figures. You ain't got a nice house. You don't got a boat. Vacation place. And that's social media. Yes, you don't have that. Then you're broke. Yeah, that's what the line is. Yeah, I think that's what the line is, buddy. And that's why I'm saying that social media. But here's the thing. And that's why I say you have to be mindful where you're getting information from. If somebody has, and I'm going to say perspective, because your name has an asterisk, there's a whole lot of weight. The question I'm going to ask you is, do you have a call on your life? Is that your purpose in life? There's a lot of folks who are, and I'm just not just saying about pastors, there's a lot of people not operating in the call on their life. That's a big deal. That's the one we really want to zoom in on. So being broke, yes, it can be a state of place where you are right now. But to sit here and say, because you don't have a certain financial bracket over your head, I got this, that, and third, as far as how I'm living, that makes you broke. So a person who has a job that makes $50,000 broke because they can pay their bill, they have easy credit or good credit, versus somebody gets $100,000 and they have the same situation, that person's broke. No. Yeah. So let me comment on 2 things. Number one, and I want people to hear me. Y'all, just for y'all don't understand that the sign language that we talk about. Now that's how you cook. From now on, that's how you cook. So listen, 2 things, and I want to be very clear about this. The very first thing is this. I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care what title you have. I don't care if you are a pastor, a coach, a doctor, a VP. I do not care. That does not mean you're good in your role. That does not mean you're in alignment with that. That doesn't mean that's your calling. And so we find, listen, I can get a second opinion from anybody. I don't care what doctor you are. Get a second opinion from anybody. So what I want people to do is be mindful, because we do have these we do have individuals walking around, especially these TikTok streets, with certain titles that have no idea, that are absolutely the opposite. They create the market. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Say I'm a relationship coach. I'm literally, my behavior is creating the individuals that need to come to me for coaching, because I'm the individual that they're talking about. So be mindful when people leave
don't tell you their credentials. Leaders just lead. It's that simple. Now, in terms of the broke piece, I think you're right. There's a difference between, and I 100% agree. I call it the 3Fs: finding out who you are, fitness, and finance. And as a man, if you know who you are, you found out who you are, and aligned with who you're supposed to be. You're working on your fitness, or you're already in shape, and your finances are in order. That's when any woman will get the best version of it. Period. You're going to get the best version of that individual. Depending, obviously, there's some things that can happen based on life experiences, but that is when we're the most strongest. That's when we show up. So understand that broken are completely different things. I do believe as men, we should be in some type of financial state where we can sustain ourselves. I don't think that women should go pick up the Ray-Rays and cookies that are sitting at home, playing video games and smoking, and not to have no ambition. But also understand that, life is life right now. And people need to make sure that they understand the struggles and then make sure we're surrounding ourselves with people that we trust and we can be vulnerable with that information, because it will get weaponized against us if we don't. I land it.
I'm almost finished, so I'll let y'all know. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and cook. Can't hear you, Unc. Can't hear you, Unc.
I got you. I didn't realize it's so long. And that's what really got to get you, because that's the thing that that doesn't really get discussed is, perception being reality. So that's the more important piece that we have to pay attention to, because, your perception doesn't become your reality. Reality is, again, I will never call anyone consider a person broke, because we're talking about men. A man being broke if he, in fact, is doing it the right way, which is, like I said before, he can take care of himself and live life. And I'm not talking about paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking about he can live life according to where he is right now. Then for next step is taking care of his spouse, his significant other, and then we're talking about kids. Most of the time we got our partners. Most of the time we got it together. Before we know it, we got 2 or 3 rats running around, and we're trying to figure out how to take care of everything. That's backwards. That is a state of mind, because you're not doing things in its proper process. Thailand.
So, you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct on that, in that order, where a lot of men are doing it backwards, and they're creating their own order, which is the reason why they're looked at and considered to be a broke man, because of how you move, because of how we are moving, because of how some of these brothers, their movements, even the ones that even have money, can still be considered broke. Even if you're making 6-7 figures, to the point you can still be considered broke because of your movements. And the thing about it is, where I have a problem is where you have a lot of sisters, and yes, I'm talking about the sisters. Where you have a lot of sisters that come at black men and call us broke, but be the first ones to have their hand out and get upset. And the only reason why they say that us men or some of these black men are broke is because of the simple fact that they created a lifestyle that we can't or don't want to keep up. So they expecting a man's supposed to have this, a man's supposed to have that, right? But here's the catch about it. When I hear women say, "Oh, a man's supposed to be able to do this," but what do you bring to that situation? Sometimes y'all women are the ones that make men broken. See, I gotta say, it's some women that actually causes a man to be broke and broken at the same time. They don't want to hear that part today, though. They don't know about that part today. It's a major difference. How do you think some of these men get the way they get? It has nothing to do with him inside. It is something that the woman that he chose
did something to this man in order for him to be in the state of mind that he's in. We're not raised and brought up like this. It all depends on the person the woman that he chose. And if he chose wrong, then guess what? Wrong things are going to happen. She did this, she was spending money. I didn't understand what type of woman she was. She talked to me a certain way. She made me feel a certain type of way. She wasn't there for me when I needed her. All these other things can break a man. She wasn't listening to me. I didn't have a safe space to go to. All of these things can make a man broken. To the point where no woman, he is almost to the point where he can't almost fix himself. We see when women, let me tell you ladies something. I don't use the word broke in my house or broken in my home. If as a man, if he does not financially have it, does not make him a broke man. He's just right now, he's financially strapped. He has to reset. That man. So I don't think there's any such thing as a broke man. I just think some men, like Unc said, may be living above their means. So what he has to do is he has to reset and check himself and be like, you know what? I think I'm spending way too much money on stuff that I don't need. So let me reset so I can have these finances to keep moving forward. And sometimes he has to be able to take advice from his brothers and be like, yo, dude, you know, because when a man, here's my thing. If a man has to come to another man for money, that means yes, you are definitely doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing. If I have to call Ford and be like, yo, Ford, I need money. If I have to call Mike and yo, Mike, I need some money. That means there's something wrong with me. I'm not doing something right with my finances. That's a broke man's mentality. When you know, even if you got it and you still got to go run to your brother because guess what? And now you got to think about how I'm going, now in the mindset is how I'm going to pay this money back to my boy. I'm going to give my brother back his money. So when y'all hear these conversations about broke men, the saddest part about it, the main ones that are talking about it, and sometimes you have some of these women that be hosting those broke men panels, is because she's broke and looking for a come up. Sometimes, look, I'm going to be real. When I look at some of these people that be saying all this, I go right to their profile and I check their profiles and I see what they be looking like, how they home, destroyed. That's why they don't have a man. See, the saddest part about it is, you can get a man with money, but that don't mean that man with money is going to treat you right. You can get a man with millions of dollars, but that don't mean he's going to treat you right. So and a lot of these women want to chase the money instead of chasing after love, integrity, the man's heart, all of these things.
Man, chasing that bag, chasing that bag. Like I'm saying, that bag doesn't mean he's gonna treat you right. I know a lot of mistreated, well-kept people.
Facts.
Because they become slaves. You gotta understand, you become slaves to catching that bag. So because you become to that master tells you what to do. You're not gonna be in the house, not working, chilling, with maid servants. Okay, it's something come with that. Just wanna let you know. You know, a lot of folks, I tell all of them, there's a lot of folks that make the sacrifices to be living that life because that's what, you know, about money and not relationship. They feel money and not relationship. I'm just saying.
Listen, so many women put up with so much nonsense because the man has money. He's allowed to say and do whatever and dictate however things are going just because he has money. And the thing about it is, you know, you always have the deflectors that be like, well, we got our own bag. So what, you got your own bag? But here's the thing, even though you still got your own bag, you still chasing a man that got money. So regardless the fact, because that's what you feel makes what, oh yeah, y'all go get this work. I had some breakfast too. Listen, I'm gonna say this real slowly for some of y'all women so that way y'all don't get it twisted. Just because you got money, you are trying to find a man that has money. You know why? Because you think that's what makes y'all equally yoked. It's because your finances make sense. But everything else in life does not. So you are only aligning with a person, not for his integrity, not you aligning with a man only because his finances make sense like your finances. That's it. But what else do y'all have in between them? Just money. You are only attracted to those that have what you have. You can't even, you won't even let an average man that probably working McDonald's making $30, $40 an hour, not even 30 to 40,000 a year, let me say that. Let that man come and step to you. You're gonna look at him and he's driving, and you driving a whole Maybach. He's in a Honda. And it got a little put sound, but it gets him to and fro. And that man is the best thing in the world. But guess what? He knows how to talk to you. He knows how to treat you. He got the best heart in the world, but you looking past all of that because he don't make enough money.
I think some people would rather say be single. I think some people would rather be single than to. I hate when I start saying something I haven't thought it out. I'll get back to that.
Listen, I'm reading the comments this morning. I'm in the comments this morning. And, you know, when you hear some of these women say, no, not me, money's not everything, this, that, and the third, so then go let a man approach you without no money. Since people always say these things, I hear all these women say money's not everything, this, that, and the third, then let a man that does not have it approach you and see how you will feel if he can't take you to some of the places where you're used to taking yourself. See, that's another problem. You got some of these sisters that be with these brothers that only with him because he has, I want to go here, I want to go there. You got some of y'all ain't even been to some of these places, but you want this man to take you there because he got the money. But I say this to men too. A lot of your brothers got to stop leading with your wallets. Stop leading with your wallets and trying to tell these women.
She asked a question. She said, I can get back into the dates, this gentleman. And I told him, I want you to take me to Paris. And he was like, you messed up right there. You already expecting this man to now. This is how you're going to be treated. This is how you're going to have to be. You could already put a standard on it. It's crazy how people don't understand that that's what they do. They create the broke stuff in us. They put us in a gray area, and if we can't keep up with that,
See, look, you know what? These women want to come up here and speak so they can try to be like, oh, but it's not like this, so they can interject themselves with the stuff that they truly don't believe. Listen, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And you know what the sad part is when you got women that truly don't want to hear the truth because it is what it is. We're talking about from a man's perspective. You want to talk about this, ladies? Go to She Moves the Room. It's a whole female platform where young women can go up there and say all the stuff that y'all want to say. All women platform. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She Moves the Room. Go there, and that way you can say all the stuff that you want to say. But right now, this is a men's platform where we're going to say what we need to say because the sad part about it is a lot of y'all don't even hear it from real men. You hear it from panderers. You hear it from these simping dudes that's trying to cater to y'all. It's not my job to cater to. My job is to cater to one woman, not all. See, and that's another problem. Come on, because I'm about to go hard in the paint.
Say this, because I've seen a couple of things, and I know I'm jumping, but again, the fellas, this is our perspective. Let me say this to add some texture to what we're talking about, because the comment has been said a couple times. That's the standard they have. They live a different life. Let me paint my picture real gonna stir this pot. I gotta take my time. I can't. Real quick. Brief. I'm gonna be gone. Your standard is based on either the life you made for yourself, if you're younger, the life your father provided for you, your family, your mom, your dad, or whoever it was that took care of you. Correct? So what's more important to you? The standard that you're used to, the relationship you can build with someone who could actually replace, if not improve the standard you're used to. Which one's more important? Because we can't just say, well, the standard has been X, Y, and Z. Okay, if you were fortunate enough to grow up living a luxury life. Life is good, middle class, upper middle class, and more rich. So you know, you can't say, well, that's the standard. And now you're kind of looking down your nose because that person can't provide what you're used to. So are we basing our relationship on a standard or a relationship? See, that's what I'm talking about. What I'm referring to is a relationship first. We can get to a standard. What's more important is a standard or a relationship.
But the thing is, a lot of these women are only in relationship for the finance, because the finances make sense. He has it. He can afford to do this. He can afford to do that. I'm going to love this man. I'm going to love this man with the conditions that he's able to provide. I'm going to love this man with the conditions that I'm able to get some of the things that I need to get when I need to get them. You see what I'm saying? That's a difference. There's conditions behind everything that this woman is doing for set man. So if set man is financially, set woman is going to make sure that she does everything in her power to keep that man happy. But why does it have to take set man to have these finances in order for her to keep him happy? But meanwhile, her happiness is not really coming from him, it's coming from his wallet. And the moment that this set man stops trying to do certain things for her, all of a sudden, the attitude, the temperature changes. The temperature changes in the house. She starts getting moody. And now she's giving him attitude. Come on. You on mute.
Got it. I'm grateful now because I do see that some people say relationship is more important. Okay, if that's being said, then here is the follow-up question. Since that is the case, right? We're talking about that piece of it, which is important. Keep in mind, don't look at all these moving parts. And then looking at those moving parts, do you think that a man you have now decided to, I guess for lack of a better word, invest into the relationship with him? What do you think that man's going to do to make sure you have that standard of life or that standard of living that you're used to? He's not talking about heaven and earth to get. And here's the cool thing. Let's say for the sake of argument, he's not capable of getting it exactly right, but people are definitely going to appreciate him making the attempt each and every day. Because please know, real brothers, real men, we know that we can make our spouses or our significant others happy in that way. We're going to knock down walls, run through them, not over, run through them. And that's why I said it's important that you understand what's important. Your standard of living, your relationship first. One of them has to come first. But here's the thing: if you pick the right one, then the other one is included. And I'm giving you a hint: it's the relationship. If you work on the relationship, the standard comes with it. Because guess what? A real dude is going to make sure that he includes your happiness above his. And if that means he's got to go out here and do what he has to do to provide, let's say the number is $100,000, $200,000, guess what he's going to do? He's going to find a way to get it done.
You know what I find weird right now? Yesterday when I was doing questions with Velvet, I only had 2 people that wanted to come up. And when we get on these platforms, everybody named Bubba want to pull up. I was saying, listen, I had all the answers yesterday. Nobody wanted to pull up. They went not listen. Men's panel, ladies. Yesterday they had the whole opportunity to come up here and ask as many questions as they want. Yes.
Let me add something real quick, and it's a little off topic, but I definitely feel it needs to be Since we're talking about relationships, it definitely needs to be stated. I saw, and you know me, I try to stay out the comments. But one comment came by, and someone said, either my husband is broke or my husband has no money. And they were saying it from the standpoint of, you know, that I don't think they were saying it to bash it, but I come maybe to say I'm going to suggest that they said it to say that I'm still with him, I'm still married. I want people to start honoring their relationships and their marriages. We shouldn't know what your husband does or doesn't do. We shouldn't know that he has no money. We shouldn't know that he's broke. Speak from your personal experience, but don't speak on your partner. That's not honoring that union, in my opinion. Nobody should know what's going on financially or whatever with your husband. That is not something that you're not proving a point. You know, you're not proving, there's no point that you're proving other than now if I happen to remember who you are and say it and I see you with your husband, I'm like, oh, that's the man with the money. Come on now. If you want to tell me what you've been doing, and you want to tell us what you've been doing to maintain that partnership, that's great. But we don't need to know the financial struggles of your partner or any struggle with your partner, even if it's a mentor or whatever. Make sure you start honoring those relationships and those marriages, because discretion is huge. Not everybody needs to know exactly what you want. You can just share the lesson without telling us the details. I'll end there. Sorry, I got my shoulder jacked up.
No, you're good. You know, I'm not even gonna look at a marriage, because we already know what that partnership looks like in a marriage. But if you start in a relationship with someone, and if you're just dating someone, the finances part should not even matter. How much a person makes, whether he's broke or not, doesn't really matter. But if this man is courting you and you're trying to court this woman, some things need to be put in order. Some conversations need to be had as a man. You need to have certain conversations with this woman, so she can understand where you stand at. And a lot of times we don't even give them the opportunity to make those choices. Sometimes men already make the choices for these women by giving them the false pretense of who they truly are. They don't really talk about their money. And I'm giving you ladies, some of y'all, a jewel. If a man is really not talking about his financial status sometimes, which pretty much will tell you that he ain't really got a lot of money. Or, no, let me reverse that. If a man is not talking about his financial status, which means that he's okay, but it's those that can sit there and tell you what they can do for you, which means that he's going to try his best to do. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure. I'm not going to sit and tell a woman what I can do for her, knowing damn well I can't do it. That is the worst thing a man can actually do, is sit there and tell a woman, yo, you know, that babe, you know, I can take you here, I can do this, I can do that for you. Those are the brothers that you need to run from. Because he is selling you a dream, and sometimes y'all don't even know what that dream looks like. I'm going to say that again. When that man starts telling you all of these superficial stuff, what do you like to do? Oh yeah, me too. You know, I like to go on cruises and trips. The only boat you've been on was the Staten Island Ferry. I said it. But it's the truth. That's what we're doing. We bringing in the ferry. Well, I'm black and well, here's the thing. I'm black and I'm giving them black men's history. And you know what the sad part, Sherry? It's not older men. Because see, the brothers up here, we're good. We just talk about men in general, have nothing to do with a man's age. See, that's what that now. Let me give it to him real quick. See, a lot of times when you hear sisters say, oh, it's the older men, but listen, some of y'all older women and younger women ain't got it together neither. Y'all don't got it together at all. Some of y'all younger women are so quick to open up your legs and give up the boxes. That's the reason why you got 2 or 3 kids and 4 baby daddies. See, so y'all don't get it together neither. So don't. If you got brothers up here saying some things, actually listen, because y'all acting like y'all got it together, and you don't. And you don't. Putting yourselves out there, going to the club, dancing on your girlfriend, worrying about another man trying to buy you something to drink. You going out there trying to put your Sunday's best on to go look like something in the club so somebody can look at you. But what you forgot how to do is how to be a modest woman, how to really take care of yourself, how to have a brother want you and need you instead of just want you. See, y'all don't know the difference between that. So you come up here and you try to talk about, oh, older men can't get it together. Listen, a lot of y'all ain't got it together. But y'all think y'all do. You think you got it going on. But you don't. Because if you had it going on, then guess what? You will be one that has been chosen by the right man. But you have become skipped over by so many brothers.
Let me add this little caveat. In answer to that statement, some brother, old brother, young brother. Let's put it this way, which is why we do what we do. We put in our game. Right now, we're just giving our game for the free. And this is what we do. We do. It's not a game. We're doing this on purpose, intentionally. So we're saying, we just said, well, brothers can't get it together. And as long as you keep saying that, when you come in contact with them, we're not going to have it together. This is why we here's the thing. The question you got to really ask yourself is, do you and the sisters have it together? That's not me throwing shade, it's just a fact. We both got some work to do. But here's the thing, we're doing our part. Sisters have to do their part too, and here's the thing. And if you think you feel like you got yours together, sister out. That's what you need.
You know what, the thing about it, when you see all these sisters talk about broke men, because it was the men that they chose. They chose these men. And they consistently keep choosing the same type of dude. Keep fishing in the same pond. Keep fishing in the same doggone pond. When there's a whole big ocean, there's a whole other side of water that you couldn't even get to because you're so stuck in that pond. That you keep picking up the same type of fish over and over again. But there's so many other different ones. But y'all don't want to see that. The thing is that when you got brothers such as ourselves that are speaking things that is not like, ladies, the right man is going to find you one day, because you're all beautiful. And, we don't care how you look, we don't care how you dress, we don't even care how you act, we just want you for you. That's bogus. Brothers be lying. We telling you straight up. You as a woman gotta have integrity. You as a woman gotta carry yourself to make sure that, guess what? If I'm going to choose this woman to be my wife, I'm gonna say this slowly. If I'm going to choose this woman to be my wife, I have to make sure that she carries herself well enough to represent me. And me as a man have to represent her. Because we are a representation of each other. And if I cannot represent this woman, then I cannot be with this woman. If this woman cannot represent me, then she cannot be with me. See, you have the thing where women always say pick me's and pick me's, but yes, think about it. The ones that got picked are the ones that are actually getting married. The ones that got picked are the ones that actually got picked by the right man. These brothers went and picked the correct woman for them. So yes, ladies, it's okay to be picked. Because all you're doing is aligning yourself to be picked by that man that God had for you. You know what? They ain't ready. They ain't ready. Y'all not ready. See, y'all took social media's pick me, but I'm giving you the man's pick. See, it's a difference.
Ouch.
I went and picked the correct woman for me. I've chosen so many, had many choices in my life. See, that's the beauty of a man. We chose so many women until the fact that we picked the right one. You know why? Because that right one was placed in line for me to pick. I skipped over so many to pick the right one. I see you in my Adidas suit. Player, what up, man? You know, we out here, man. We out here this morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm all right, man. My second time up, man. I enjoyed the last time I was with you guys, man. That was good fellowship.
So, and for some of you ladies, let me say this. I'm not, if you go out there and you picking the man that you want, then guess what? That's on you. Just remember what you're picking. Because it is not your place to go out there and pick some man up or pick a man. And when I say pick a man, let me give you the definition. But when you are eyeballing a dude and you know and you're trying to stand next to him and you got your little outfit on and you two, listen. Some of y'all ladies' outfits, and some of the stuff that y'all women wear, some of your outfits say pick me for the night, not pick me for life. You get what I'm saying for it? Pick me for tonight, but don't pick me for life. I'm good for tonight because my outfit is telling you I'm good for tonight, but I'm not going to be good in your life. They not ready. They not ready this morning.
That's hard hit right there. Think about it. You know, what bait, whatever you're using as bait, understand what you're gonna catch with that.
Yeah. So let me say it as politely as possible. It really comes down to understanding that the rules of the game. You know, someone said in the comments, and I've said it several times. The rules are such, and they're not. You can change them, but they're not subject to change across the board. We all have free will to change them. Rules not going to change. The rule is simply this: men choose, women accept the choice and being chosen, and we work from there. And as it relates to dating, let's not confuse dating with courting. Dating is what it is. It's like you go out for, probably the best way I can tell you is going out for college business. You've been recruited. We'll go out here and see if I like the school. If you like the school, you can decide to go to the school. But somebody's got to say, the school's got to come to you first and go, hey, we want you to come over here and play with us. If nobody's doing that, then you have been chosen. So let's not do that. Because a lot of times we come, well, I'm looking for what you're looking for. All you need to do is be seen. The fellas are the ones that got to be looking. And then we get caught up in here's the thing, you take on the part of looking, which attaches itself to the look. See, if you're not looking, you don't attach the people part to it.
Come on, huh?
So if you are respectfully just being seen, you're not even concerned about people.
Say that again. I'm feeling it in my chest right now, bro. Ooh, Lord, I'm feeling.
I'm really trying to slow this. I want you to hear. It's not I'm just trying to help you get to a better place in relationships. See, don't get me wrong. If you want to be outside, that's cool. They can know that you're outside.
Lord.
You want to be in the kitchen and in the living room and in your day room and on the patio and in the bedroom at your house, then let that be known. But here's the thing, thing that's going to be seen. When you are seen, you're just being seen. You don't figure out the light. Now, don't get me wrong. You can look because you have two eyes to see what's attractive to you, right? And we always know that we're being grown. We all know this. Just like brothers, we see it, we get excited about it. Sisters, y'all know it. You see a brother in the club, you get 10 to 15 seconds max. Because you're like, if you don't mess this, if you don't smoke it, you can get it. Let's be honest. Now, that being said, that's a different setting. They're talking about is don't attach being seen as the looker. Because if you look at you attach, isn't it amazing? When we look at you, and we don't say, oh, she broke. Now, we say she not tight, I ain't interested, she ratchet, whatever the case may be. Well, we don't know. She broke. I know brothers that go to the sister's house and they know that they living in a certain kind of way. They don't care. They looking at the person. And that's why I say, be careful. Know the rule is, we are the, we look. You should be seen. I land.
You know, it's crazy. I was talking about the ladies in the club, right? So, you know, I was a bouncer at a club, so I had, you know, literally eye vision, everything. I heard, seen how women act at the club and how they, you know, how they attracted what they asked for. So you got, you know, you got 3 different stages of women that come to the club. So you'll have the first woman that'll come dressed. I'm talking about, you know, she is ready to be seen. So her objective is, let me get a business thing. She's gonna walk up in there. She's gonna glance the whole entire. And I'm talking about see all the men in one full glance. Once she gets that eye contact with the one that she wants, she starts training herself straight to that. I'm talking about like a snake to put herself in that general area. She will put herself in that general area. Make sure her friends follow. Why? Because she's already seen the outcome. She's seen that not just him, but the men that are around him are dressed alike, they smell alike, they are acting the same. So if she gets it, her friends are getting it. That's one aspect of it when they first come to the club. That's one. Then you got the second. You got the one that's just, oh, you know, I'm just out there with my girls. I don't want to go out that much, you know. So, you know, just my friends and I just wanted to get out, right? So I'm just gonna maybe have 1 or 2 drinks. Those are the ones that once they get some liquid in them, the true part of who they are really comes out. And they over there pushing their friends out the way to get to the dude that's gonna get them a drink. And they're gonna be extra flirtatious. All of the inner ambitions of who they are comes out. You got that one. So first they come off I'm not that type of girl, just, you know, boom, but then the real part comes out when they start drinking. Then you have the straight out the gate. Yo, this is what it is, straight to a man's face. They go up to the man, look, hey, you buy me a drink? Is that what it is tonight? Because you already know what I'm on. Me and my girls, we be in here. So if you want to come with us, the drinks got to be good. They don't play no games. They go straight to the point. And if you ain't locked in, they going on to the next one. Believe me, I've seen all aspects of how women bitch out here.
But
So the game is crazy.
For the average man, regardless of the age, out of those 3 categories, what do especially in this age, what do they gravitate to? Which category? Which one? The easiest one, which is the latter. Most men sacrifice getting their vocabulary together, getting their vibe together, to be able to and change the vibe of anyone. Because if we forget our power too, I don't care what the vibe of a woman that comes into when she comes in my presence. Sometimes you can change the woman's outcome. Because to me, a gold digging woman is very easy. Why? Because her outcome is to get my money, but I gotta give it. So I can see it as niggas say, okay, I'm gonna put her in this category because I think she's about. But she's gonna feel this vibe. Word. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's how we do the plan because to me, she was welcome because she made me put her in the category and she was part of what was forward. We all did that back in the day. You had to get a team together. You know, you had to have a team. You was really judged on your team. Now everybody was honorable and had morality on their score because they were there for their debut. I feel like being somebody that was fun and I really went on my moral game on this Friday. I'm gonna call Shantae. Hey, Shantae, you know, all I got to do is pay for the recreation.
program that I'm in right now, the one that is single, and you're able to channel your emotions on each woman. You get what I'm trying to say? You know, a lot of women don't offend me. You get what I'm trying to say? I can put you in a category and you have said something that made me say, okay, you're the best in a wife, but okay, you're still looking good. You're right, my baby. So, okay, I'm gonna call you dirty. You get what I'm trying to say? So, we just gotta, as men, it shouldn't be hard, man. It should be hard for the women because they overthink everything. They don't want to come in here. But to me, everybody's out. Everybody's open. I'm find out your morality level when I get to know you. But I'm not going to stress about it once I say hi to you. We need to stop that.
I wanna say something real quick, Ford. I'm sorry, brother, real quick. I do want to answer somebody's question because Teresa had an amazing question. And to be honest, no, men do not go to the club to find their wives. They go to the club to find a good night. When a man's going to a club, he is definitely trying to put on his best. He's trying to put on one of the best clothes. He's already comparing himself to what brothers is already. Now, you know what? I gotta look like this because, and here's the funny thing. As a man is getting dressed to go to a club, he's already talking about the women he gonna bag based on his outfit. He's already, I'm gonna throw this on. I'm about to snatch him with this. I'm gonna kill him tonight, son. Y'all don't even understand. I gotta go to the barbershop the same day. Because see, we don't go the day before because that line gotta be crispy. So we go that same day to get the line up. Then we come back. Now we in the shower for about 25, 30 minutes because we gotta lather up and smell good. And then we gotta pick that. We already got like 4 outfits laid out because we thinking what kind of night it's gonna be. If I throw this on, but if I put this with this, and if I take this with this, here's the major thing. Here's the main point. Where after we get our hair cut, we gotta get the car washed and waxed. We don't go to a regular car wash. We gotta go get it hand washed. Get it hand washed, get it detailed. Because the car gotta be fly. Because when you pull up, you gotta make sure you pull up and you gotta make sure you got the right music, that your speakers is bumping. So all the female, yep. See, once you get them, you be like, yo, you see which one's them bags, son? She looking at me. And then you honk the horn, beep, beep, yo, you going up in there? All right, I'm gonna see you in there. Then you gotta pull up and go to your Wells Fargo. You gotta go to Wells Fargo to make sure you get at least 1, 2, 3. I'm probably pop about 4 or 5 bottles, meaning you're only gonna pop one. So you're gonna empty out half your bank account just so you can go in there with a scroll of money. Come on, so now you got the good parking spot. You in there, then you ain't bring none of your boys because you got that just in case seat. Because you know if you bring one of your boys, you tell them like, yo, look, son, you know, if I slide off or something, how you getting home? You see, you tell your boy that whenever you want me to pick you up, but yo, I'm telling you, if I bag something, you on your own, I don't know how you getting home. Nah, you good? I just want to go. All right. So now you snatch a chick up. It's ball game. See, that's what men do. Men, we go to the club to play the game that y'all women want us to play, and y'all participate in that game. You see what I'm saying? So we already setting the trap. The traps are already set. You're just mice on the hamster wheel. Well, not to us, but to some of the men. These people.
See, listen. We ain't gonna keep talking about this.
Nah, I want to get off that.
Listen, because I got talked over by 3 people a second ago. It ain't gonna happen again. All right, it's real simple. You're gonna catch how you dress at the club. I used to bounce. I used to be the head bouncer at it. You're gonna dress. You're gonna catch what you want. If you want the drunk Thundercat, those are the ones that go for the high heels, right? The most respectful ones ones that the men that happen to just be there hanging with the boys because he got a chance to go out, for a minute because he was handling business. He's going to gravitate to the different one. He's not going to gravitate to the skin. He's going to gravitate to the woman. He's going to gravitate to the one that isn't begging for all the attention. I'm telling you, you catch what you wear. So whatever you're showing, understand there's certain attention that's going to come with it. That's not just in the club. That's no matter where you go. That's no matter where you go. The club, you just get thrown in the fishbowl, right? And so everybody's there. But it's the same concept when you leave. It's the same concept when you leave. So be mindful because let me tell you something. I love a woman that dresses well, that doesn't show skin. That's to me, I love that. A woman that dresses well and not showing a lot of skin, absolutely. But I'm not, listen, I'm nicely seasoned. I'm not the young Thundercat. I'm not chasing hyenas. You know what I'm saying? I look for women. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind.
No, and that's the thing. You got some of these adult women that still dressing like hyena and still running around like hyena. And then when I look at a man and tell me, oh, he broke. First of all, unless you're at a certain age, you know your biological clock is ticking. You know your biological clock is ticking. That's men and women. You know you ain't got to listen. Find somebody that's gonna make you happy. Forget about the financial part. Find them. Men, you need to go out there and stop trying to search for these young chicks that you know you ain't gonna be able to maintain. She 35, 40 years old, you 50 plus. You popping all types of stuff just to keep up. Like, come on, fellas. Get with somebody, get with a person that you know, listen, I'm looking for somebody just so to spend the rest of my life. Someone are you gonna make me happy? That's the question that when you get a certain age, you need to start asking. Forget all that other crap. My question is this, lady, miss, I like you. Do you think that you can make me happy?
Do you even want to? Like, are you looking for something from me, or are you showing up? Are you becoming? Have you become? Are you in the process of becoming? Are you just looking for something? Right? Because that's the problem. Most people are walking around looking, I need this, I need that, but nobody's becoming what they want. And then they wonder why they're not continuing to get the same stuff. Trust me, it's not as hard. It's pretty simple, y'all. It's pretty simple. The universe will give you who you are.
And that's
from the experience, man. Learn if somebody is not the right person for you, and they're not showing up the correct way for you, you gotta learn from that. Because there's a correlation between something inside of you. Just learn, get better, and move on.
No, and the thing of it, I know, I got you, Uncle. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, go ahead, Uncle. I know you wanted to say something. Apologize to all my brothers that I cut it. Go ahead, Uncle. I'm doing that out of love.
But you know what? Let me say this, and I'm saying it again, as respectfully as I can. I want you to hear me when you chastise. And I'm saying that sincerely. A lot of times, this is what a lot of times we have these conversations. Most often we hear somewhere in the comment, it pops up once. Well, we tired too. Okay. What are you tired of? Are you tired of situations guys are dealing with? How they present themselves, relationships. So now, here's the thing. Let's go back to where everybody got to go. You're tired because people are people. People say like me, people be people. And here's the thing. Some are not going to change. One of the things I had enjoyed a week ago, last weekend, was watching Becoming show. And it was the coolest thing. You're talking about somebody who was literally was already a made person, but she had become something else after becoming the first lady. Here's the thing. It was a process. She had to do some things different, cut some people off, and deal with people differently. You got to do the same thing. And here's the thing. I'll go back to what we said before. We said earlier, you have to be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. You're tired? Okay, cool. We talk about, you mentioned talking about being in the club. Okay, so what about not being in the club? How about we don't have to go to the club to find someone that can suit what you're interested in in a relationship? Because that's what we're talking about. You're asking yourself, like, when I'm tired, okay? You can have a strategy. See, the thing is, the game ain't gonna change. You can have a strategy for men. And what is winning? Being in a peaceful, joyous relationship. That's what's winning. But you gotta ask yourself, what am I not doing? Because here's the thing, it's something you're not doing. And you're not gonna be found in the house. You're not gonna be found necessarily at your job. You're not necessarily gonna be found doing what you do every day. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to meet. When I say meet, meaning be in a place to be seen somewhere that you're not comfortable with. It's gotta be other than going to a wine maker where you can get, okay. That may not be the ticket. You may have to go to an art museum. You may have to go to an orchestra. You may have to go to some other things that are outside your comfort zone to meet the person who you are meant to be with. Because guess what? One thing, contrary to belief, the people you are meant to be with don't have your interests. They have different interests. Now, we can grow to have interest in one another. I can be interested in something you're interested in. However, it may not be on my plate right now. I don't have a taste bud for it. So stop saying, get out of the habit of saying, man, we tired too. Well, man, there ain't enough out there. They're out there. They just need to get developed. So you have to give yourself some grace and the folks you're talking about give some grace, because if you were meant to be, you're going to be. There's a reason why we drunkenly say there's somebody for everybody. And that's true if you really want that. And if you don't, that's cool too. But what you say manifests itself. So be mindful of what you say, because subconsciously you will map out your own plan to failure, being lonely by yourself for the rest of your life, because you keep saying this ain't working. But that ain't every person I know successful, don't even be bothered. It can't work. It's not working.
You know what? You said something, which kind of made me, I think people always say, like, everybody's not meant to be with something. No, so why did he design man and women if we wasn't meant to be with each other? Like he never said man is meant to be alone just like women. No, a man needs a woman. That is the whole purpose. That is the entire purpose of us. Because we need our better half. We need that person. Women don't even understand the power that they truly have when it comes to a man. The right woman is going to balance out the right man. That woman brings balance to that man's life. Because a lot of us men, that's the reason why we search so hard to find the woman that fits us. So we got to go through so many different women to get to the right one. It's like even like going through so many jobs till you find the right job. You know what? This job fits me. Why do you think people be in their job 30, 40, some odd years? Because they found the right job. They found something that they like to do. And if they're able to progress in that company, then so be it. But it's the same thing in your relationship. A man is broken until he finds the right one to help that right woman to help him fix himself. Because are you not fixers and nurturers? So that's some things that we are lacking and that we need. Once we leave our mothers, the nurturing part is gone. So we have to find certain things, a certain aspect that your women carry that we men need, which makes us feel better, which makes us greater than who we truly are. I can be good by myself, but I'm great when I'm with someone. See, a lot of single men are good, and there's no disrespect to none of my brothers out there that are single. A lot of your men are good. You're immaculate men. I don't take nothing from you. But when you get that right woman, you become so great, you don't even realize how great you are. You don't even see it. But she sees it in you is the reason why she keeps pouring into you, because she sees the greatness that you are doing. There are some things that are transparent. There are some things that are so invisible we as men don't even see it, that what this woman is doing. And you know when we realize it? When she's gone and we do something and she's gone and you feel that pain, because some women you can get over and it is what it is, brother. You can tell that means she was no good for you. But the ones that caught that pain when she's gone and you realize she's gone, that was the one. That was the one. Like, yo, I can't believe yo. And then you want that woman back. Me and my brother had a conversation this morning before the live. And I told him, look, you already know. And he's older than me. That's my big brother. I had to, like, but you already know. You already know, bro. And I'm not going to give you the whole stem of the conversation because none of your business, but I'm just going to give you a little of the gist. Just a little of the gist. He says something, we spoke, and it was only a 3-minute conversation. 3-minute conversation, but I was like, bro, you already know. I already knew. I'm like, really? This is what we doing right now? In Unc's word, this is what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro, you already know what it is. And he was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. And then you know what he told me? Get your ass up, let's go. It's time to get busy. Time to put that work in. I said, you know, I'm already up ready to put this work. But this is what we do. See, that's called brother. That's what brothers do. I could call any one of these men. I ain't got a shot number yet. But I could call any one of these men. And if I'm going through something, I could call my brothers and tell them straight up, like, yo, bruh, I call Unc. And Unc already be having the answer before I even give him the question.
That's facts.
He'll have the answer before I give him the question or even the problem that that what we doing right now. And I'm gonna say it just how he'll say it. Hey, what up, nephew? What up, though? You good, my boy? I'm good. What's going on? Nothing, man. Y'all gotta talk to you about something. Okay. All right, let's go. Let me hear. What?
You know what advice I give brother, and not even but someone that doesn't have anyone to call to have that conversation with, because that is a great stress reliever because you're going through it, your heart is heavy, and for you to have another male is supposed to be your big brother or your little brother. You know who it is for me? I have sat down with my son, he's 19, and I've given him the ins and outs of what's wrong with being his mom. And that's therapy for me. And it's also a teaching moment because I really break down this, man, and your mother just met when we first met. I had a hip. I couldn't do no wrong until I broke that trust and blah blah blah. And I tell him right there when he get excited when he comes, because your brother comes home when he meets a woman that he ain't excited about. Daddy. And you see it, you know your son, you see the excitement. So that's your time to break it down. Okay, son, you got to where I had your mother. And listen, I had your mother saying, she was there. When I first met her, I created that woman that made me down. And I broke it down to her. And she had to fall in, but I can acknowledge what I did to plant that seed in her. You understand? So, and I let them know it's fun and beautiful now until you play with it. And you can play in all types of ways when you mess over a woman or you don't make the right decision. Because a lot of times we don't do it in a vindictive way. We're not making conscious decisions to do wrong or hurt her feelings. But you know, once the damage is done, it's just like it was on tape. You get what I'm saying? It feels red-handed to me. You know what I'm saying? So I use that and make sure my son don't make the wrong mistakes that cost him, that'll cost him like it cost me. You know, 18 years in that attorney general will make you act right. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're right though. I'm gonna tell you that right there, you just poured into your son without even realizing, letting him know, like, listen, there was some mistake, there was some things that has been made as the reason why the choices that are made that between me and your mom, and that's respectable, because as he gets older, he can use those same tools and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna be like my father, or I'm not gonna do what my parents did. I'm gonna do the opposite. And right, and that is the beauty of, that's called being a father to a son, speaking life into your child. And a lot of times, a lot of parents, we don't even know how to speak life into our kids. But we try to show them what life is, and guess what? You show them how hard your life is. And that means they see, a lot of times, Lord, I don't know what you're doing. Just keep doing it. A lot of times we don't understand that the lives that we're showing our children are the lives that we're embedding in them, and they're going to become that. So if you are a manipulator, a person that, as a man, I'm speaking for men, if you are a man that have tried to keep multiple women or you don't, your disrespect, your language to women is very disrespectful. Your son is going to be the same way. He's going to be the exact same way. He's going to be, because he wants to look up to, he wants to be like his dad. That's one thing I can say about son. A lot of us men, we wanted to be, I want to be like my father, because all we seen was him coming in and out the house. Not knowing what he was doing, but coming in and out the house. But then as you got older, you start to realize and start to see what kind of father you really had. Like, Dad, my dad, he was crap. I didn't know you had a whole nother family, Dad. I didn't know that you out there sitting. I thought you was going to work, but you out here hanging out on the block. And you got mom up in the house struggling doing X, Y, and Z. I didn't know you was that. I didn't know you was that type of father, Dad. When I was young, I looked up to you. You was my hero. But I didn't know you was this type of father, Dad, that you took me to your job. Wow, I like what you do here. I want to do this too. I want to learn these things. That child become educated. That child grows. That man, we as men, we have a choice when it comes to our son. The type of son that we're raising, the type of from the boy to the man he's going to become. But also, we also have to allow that same young man to make his own decisions. Focus on what's on, my brother. We gotta allow that young man. Our job is to, as a father to a son, is to create a path and allow him to walk that path. When he's starting to slip, we have to bring him back on that. But we cannot allow him to walk the same path that we took. We got to tell him, nope, get back. Go back that way.
And brother, for some of us, that's all we have left is the results of our faith as men. You get what I'm trying to say? A lot of us, the older you get, the less friendship you make. You get what I'm saying? So your relationship, and I tell my son, man, listen, you because I measure my fatherhood. I look at where I was at 19. I need to make sure you have way more opportunities than I had that I accept. And I got to make sure you're moving forward always. And when it comes down, especially the ones without a family or have lost their children, and it feels just like it sounds, lost your children. When men have lost their in-house kids, and there you are outside coming in, dropping payments off and hooks and only called on wrong time and stuff like that. And that hits a bump in the heart. Because you feel like an ATM, you don't feel the love, you feel the daddy love. It's like you're paying for love. And I tell my son, you don't want to go there where you're paying. So be careful where you put your feet. Your grandmother used to tell me, watch my feet, watch my feet. I'm like, Mama, what you talking about? Watch my feet. In other words, and I'm going to put a ball on her. And if you was in my face, I bet, watch where you put that season, son. That's what the season I'm talking about. Watch where you put it. Because it can be the biggest mistake you ever make. It can hurt your heart, your finances. It's a real rounded mistake. You get what I'm saying?
I think,
And I'm able to get that.
and I think that when it comes to this, what we're talking about, to circle back to the main topic as far as about being broke, what is a broke man, and what, I don't believe that there are broke men. I think there are a lot of broken brothers. There are a lot of broken brothers who try to camouflage their brokenness, because that's what makes a man broke. Him being broke, it makes him broke. It's not a financial status. So to a lot of you women that think, oh, he's broke, that means that you're all about money. But to a man, I got you, bro. But for men, a broke man to me is a man that is broken in heart, broken in spirit, broken in mind. Not broken financially. Because for a lot of people that say money isn't everything, that's where they got caught. I just wanted to hold on to that little caveat a little bit. Because you always hear a lot of people say money isn't everything, but is it truly not everything? Because guess what? If money isn't everything, the man that doesn't have it is not broke.
Yeah, I think, okay, real quick, I know to start reevaluating how we approach that question. It's about being broken, not necessarily broke. Because broke, listen, I'm gonna tell you this: money can be made, money can be replaced, credit can be rebuilt. Anything, a majority of the things can happen. It's a matter of, is the individual solid enough? The pieces put back together in a way that this person is able to thrive. And are they in alignment with the right individual, the right woman that can help him with some counsel and really encourage him to be the best version of himself? So I promise you, I don't know about y'all, but you got the right woman behind you. If you feel like you can move mountains, brother, there's nothing you can't. You don't feel like you. Go ahead, huh? You forgot you muted, or I can't hear you. Whatever. I don't see you. Let's see. There you go.
Can you hear me now? Awesome. I want to jump on what you said because you was in my coffee just now. And here's the thing. For real, you got this whole, where did it come from? Because there's a definition of growth. But here's the thing. Again, let's if we're going to, if we as men don't mind being held accountable for our, that doesn't mean we accept it all the time, but being held accountable is what we are. And here's the thing. The reason why I say that is because we are holding us accountable for things we were never given books to. So if you're as me, let me just talk about me. If you're the product of a single parent household with 3 siblings along with yourself, and mom is working at least 2 jobs, maybe a third, where's the male figure that's going to explain to me? Because mom ain't got time. Mom got to make sure we can clothe, fed, and help before right there. That sounded good. Fed. Okay, anyway. The cool thing is, you have to understand is that you're telling me this is how you operate as a man. This is how you operate in this world as a man. The only thing my mama ever said to me, I want some other brother said was, don't come in this house and you leave. There was no, this is how you operate, son, out here in these streets. This is how you do it. You know, that was not happening. So you're asking young men who want to be older men and should be responsible men to be responsible with no understanding of what the responsibility even means. They're just out here being it. And that's why it's important. I'm saying, as much as it may be painful, ladies, most of the time you're talking to and dealing with men who were never properly trained in these aspects. Hence, why we do this. So again, there has to be some grace given in this conversation, as well as patience, because again, we as men are asked to be patient. Because we get, just get to the point. We got to be patient and let you say what you have to say as a woman, because you have to say it the way you have to say it, not the way I want to hear it. So that's what I'm saying. Be mindful that you're talking to the majority. I'm talking about even from my era to present day. You're talking. Most of us were not taught how to be men in a relationship. We were taught to just go out here, make it work, make it happen, by any means necessary. Usually, any means were reckless. Yeah. You see it, it will. Do what you got to do. So that's what I'm saying. We have to be mindful of that because, again, broke is what we accept in society. The question even is, what's that person's integrity and character? Because it takes a lot to fix integrity and character than to go out here and find a man.
Tell him,
And listen, and it is our, and I hate to say it, I'm sorry, y'all, it is our responsibility to pay it forward. We need to find as many young brothers, nieces, nephews who ain't getting that. It's our responsibility. It is our responsibility. Say it one more time. It is our responsibility to share that knowledge. It's our responsibility to give back to people the things that we need to get. Because we can't expect things to change if we continue with the same pattern. So when we, as men, we have to step up and say, okay, and that's what these panels, exactly what this is all about. It's these are here, and these conversations are meant to inspire other conversations, other groups, right, that may not even include us. But at the the end of the day, it is our responsibility, and we need to own that. So whenever you have an opportunity to give some knowledge back, because we don't really have the barbershops like the barbershops ain't like these. No, we ain't got Checker Fred, more, at the barbershop, right? We ain't got Checker Fred at the barbershop. We don't. But what we do have is more. The crazy thing is we actually have a wider range of reach now with social media. Now it's not just to a barbershop. This is our barbershop. We got 396 people in here and almost 500 at one point, if not over 500 at one point. Our reach expands way further than the barbershop at this point. So we need to make sure that we maintain what we're doing. It is our responsibility. Yeah, y'all can hang out on the rah-rah side, but this is the side of TikTok. People are trying to be better, and we're trying to pour into each other, and you are going to get the hard truths. You're going to hear some tough conversations, right? But it all comes from from a place of wanting that everybody will be better in a better space. So ain't nobody hurt of it. Is passionate about help. And if you don't know the difference, then maybe this might not, you may need to go over to the rock.
You know what, though? You know what? And I seen your hand, Unc. I got you. I just want to say something real quick. And I can only speak for myself. And I'm being transparent as I'm going to possibly be. I don't like being, I'm me. And I trust me. I trust my brother. So at the end of the day, the beauty of being a man is I'm still learning to be a man. I am still learning to be a man. Every day I'm learning to be the man not that I want to be, because a lot of times we try to be the man that I want to be. I want to be the man that God wants me. So every day I'm struggling, I'm fighting to be the best man that I can possibly be. That is one thing that some of y'all women do not understand. That you think that, that man every day is struggling, is fighting to be the best man he can be, because the mistake that I made yesterday, I don't want to make the same mistake today. The problems that I had yesterday, I don't want those problems today. Even as husband, I want to be, every day I'm learning. A man that is married, he is learning to become a husband. It wasn't nothing that was taught to him. It was nothing that was trained. He is learning every single day to be the best husband he could possibly be to his woman. This is what it is being a man. These are the things that some of y'all women don't understand. So a man does not always have it all together. We may look the part, but we damn sure not playing. You got it, Unc. Can't hear you, Unc. I don't know. Yeah, okay, there you go.
That's that resort acoustics. Go ahead, Mark.
Tyson, look at that.
That wasn't a jab at you. That's why it's like, you see me look up like, oh my God, this is what we doing right now, bro.
So, saying this, to add balance to what we're talking about as far as, just like, topic discussion is the definition of brother being broke in society. Our responsibility is to help you understand what respect you should be looking for from a brother. Okay, because here's the thing: if you are dating someone, again, dating goes back to just y'all kicking it as far as I'm concerned with dating. No real tension. Y'all just kicking it. However y'all want to do it. Rules are that y'all just kicking it. Versus courting. I said that to say, understand this. Just like we're here to uplift and empower brothers, men. Understand this. It's no different on the flip side. Sisters, I got sisters. My job is to make sure that they, to the best of my ability, help them understand what they can expect from them out here in these streets. I can't tell it from a perspective. But here's the thing: different than that, we call women all kinds of things. Like now, we don't got comfortable with looking at our sisters walking around here in bedroom slippers and bonnets and PJs, and you wonder why you have a different perception of it. Sisters, we can't allow it to happen. The young girls, I see them all the time. Hey, man, ask your question. Why do you wear your pants the way you wear? If you don't want to wear on your time. Like, why? Do you understand what that's all about? Now, that doesn't mean they gotta listen to you, but here's the thing. You can't get mad. A person can't be mad at you for leading to water when you're thirsty. But we don't, why just leave them being thirsty? The point of the matter is allowing them to have some water, a different type of water to drink that makes them a better individual. So there's work to be done on both sides. You know, a lot of times we keep on, here's the thing. I'll say it again. Our biggest problem is each other. We are too quick to say, what about this? What about men doing this? What about men doing that? We can easily go, what about sisters doing this and sisters doing that? Is that getting us anywhere? No, it's not. And here's the thing. Because it's not getting us anywhere, we stay divided. We stay in unproductive relationships. And we, unfortunately, a lot of us just go on to be with the Lord, unmarried, by ourselves, and no seed and no legacy left in the earth in monetary. But everybody else is doing their thing. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm saying it for a reason. I'm saying that we have to stop being able to just default to what is not and make the default to what is it we can look forward to. Because again, if you expect better from us, we will expect better. That is a fact. If a sister says to me, hey, bro, I like the way you carry yourself, but I don't like how you said it though. You know, I appreciate they told me I'm carrying myself, but how I get my message across, I'm going to change it a little bit. Sis, I like how you talk right now. You know, you're doing a lot with this outfit right now. You're giving me thought vibes. And I'm just making a statement. I'm just saying, not saying that's what I'm saying is we have to be receptive of respecting each other. We don't even do that. Every time now we have to, I say it's funny how sisters will walk down the street and they don't even see you. And we forget, we for real all we got.
Bro, I don't know what you're cooking with today, but whatever it is, I want some.
You made me feel some kind of way. Thing. You plucked the nerve.
Listen, because these are the conversations that men need to have. Because we allow too many people to dictate. I'm not going to say people. There are too many women dictating and trying to tell us what we are. That's one of the problems that I truly have when it comes to social media. How men will allow a woman to tell us what a man is and what a man should be, and this, that, and the third. But the moment we sit there and try to tell a woman what she's supposed to be, all hell and high waters break loose. We get a whole tsunami. You ain't no woman, how you gonna tell me what we need to be? So exactly. So when you got brothers such as ourselves that come up here and tell them what men, how we think and how we may truly feel, it hits different. Because the whole purpose is to understand each other, to grow, to understand who I'm dealing with, what type of man I'm with, what type of woman I'm with. That's why, once again, that's why we have our sisters that have an all-female platform where we always tell you, our women, where y'all need to go to so y'all can say the things that needs to be said so us men can truly understand y'all. See, that's what they teach over. That's what they doing over. You got She Moves the Room. It's a whole platform for women to go to every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got Rain Love, you got Sister Nudgy, you got Angie B. All three of those women. Whole platform where y'all can go and have these conversations where us men can sit back and be like, Dad, I didn't even know she thinks like that. I didn't even know women truly think like that. It helps us to become better when it comes to approaching y'all, how to move, how we may even think. And vice versa. When it comes to us men, for the things that we're saying. We're not just talking to be talking. I don't have time. Listen, I don't have time to sit on TikTok for 2 hours. I could be doing something totally different. But I take time out of my morning, and my brothers take time out of their morning to come up here and do the work that needs to be done. This is work we doing. We putting in work. All them other platforms, they doing it for show and all that. I don't do nothing for show. I don't need to. But I make it my business to make sure that we give y'all everything that needs to be said from our perspective as a man. And for some of these brothers that truly need to hear, and for some of the brothers that don't have a voice, that are afraid to, I can't do that, I don't want to say that, this is what we do, we gonna say it. And then they're gonna sit there and be like, yo, you know what? That's me. Because one thing I'm gonna say, two things for sure is this, I find myself in each and every one of these men. It's something about each and every one of these men that I find myself.
And that's the part of what we do. You know what I mean? Like I said, we being real, but honest about what we're doing. We can do something else. We can be out there cutting up, acting up, and be wilding out. And people would love it. And that's cool. If that's what your cup of tea is. But again, we all get 24 hours a day. 8 of the hours, you got nothing to do with it. You follow what I'm saying? You sleep for 8 of the hours. Another 16, you better make good with it because you're not guaranteed another 24. So the thing is, again, while we're sitting here and saying, well, what about this and what about that, what about this and what about that, and that's fine. We can have a what if conversation for the whole day. The question I'm asking again is, what are you doing? And what have you revamped and modified to be the better version of you? Because see, the thing is, how about this? How about? And so, I'm talking to some of my folks who want to amen me, and that's cool, and want to go verses and scriptures and all that. How about this? How about God Himself is waiting on a better version of you to give you the best version you ask for? See, the other side, He always gives us the best version of what we need. But sometimes we ain't ready for what He wants to give us. How about we focus on being the best version of ourselves today? And then in preparation for the good thing to show up. Okay. I'm just saying. How about we do that? Because here's the thing. We can go back and forth about he said this, she said that, I like this, I like that. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, ask yourself, like, if you're really cool, and so understand the perspective, if you're really cool sleeping alone, fine. I ain't talking to you. But if you do want to be able to share your life with somebody else in the ups and the downs, then you have to prepare yourself each and every day to be the best version of yourself so that one day Ruth can be seen by both. But here's the thing. Ruth was preparing herself, y'all. Ruth was preparing herself for the day that Boaz would show up. And understand this, Boaz ain't got to be rich. Boaz is the one who gives you peace, comfort, protection, provision, wanting you to be the best version of you, wanting to help you fulfill your dream. That's who Boaz is. But you know what? I'm going to say it again. Boaz could not see Ruth until Ruth prepared herself. What was Ruth doing? Going about her business, making sure she left the house, she represented herself. And think about me dressed up to be fly. We represented ourselves every minute. We're going to ask the brothers to do the same thing, but understand this, like I said before. We are the lookers. We look to see you. You need to be seen. And the question is, how are you being seen? And then ask yourself this. We talk about 2026, it's still early in Black History Month. Who are you hanging around? Are you hanging around chickens or eagles? Because the company you keep might be holding up who comes around you. Sometimes you might want to go somewhere as a solo act and just check out the area. I'm just saying, I don't want to smoke. I land.
First of all, let me just say this. From now on, that's how you fillet. You fillet, bro, you filleted that. You filleted that. Look, I gotta keep it a buck. There's no need to even go on. We got 15 minutes. First of all, shout out to Uncle Angelo this morning. Shout out to my brother, Uncle Angelo. Y'all better get that man his flowers this morning. Listen, y'all in the chat, y'all better get that man his flowers. Chill out, mama. Give that man his flowers this morning, y'all.
About us being us, real talk, or it's too late. And I don't mean about midnight, bro. I'm talking about you close your eyes permanently. I don't understand why you want. Don't get me wrong, that's how you want to live. Once you close their eyes by themselves, and not have somebody that laugh at your silly jokes, rub your feet, massage your head, run a bath water for you, cook your favorite meal, pick up your favorite meal, bring you a gift just because. Who don't want that? And then here's the fun part. People are like, I do. Okay. Are you preparing for it each and every day? I'm not talking about, I go to the gym for 6 months, I got in shape. Okay, great. What is your character like? How are you presenting yourself when you leave the house? Do you walk around with expectation that somebody's going to see the best version of you? Not the, Jesus, I've seen this before. That's what we talk about. And that's why I say, it's okay to be a solo act. It's okay. Sometimes you'll need a wingman, because the wingman might be jealous. Or the wing person, I'm sorry, I'm being politically correct. The wing person might be jealous. I didn't mean to say that, but it just...
No, you said it. You said it. You know I'm posting this one today. You know I'm posting this live today.
You can have your wing person could be your, okay, can't say that word, but could be the weight on your back. Again, I'm just trying to help you. Since we saying, we want, there ain't enough of us. Oh, we out here. And I'm not saying us. I'm talking about my brother. They out here. But the question you have to ask yourself is, am I presenting myself the best version of me? And do I walk out of the house with the mindset that, you know what, life's gonna be good today. He gonna catch me today. He gonna find me today. And if he don't, so what? Do it again the next day. Because guess what? One day he will see. You know what? Here's the fun part. You gotta keep this in mind too. Brothers, we already know. Sometimes we don't even see it's standing right in front of us. So give us a minute so we can fix our glasses, wipe our eyes, get it together, and go, oh, she right there. That's real talk. But understand this. You can't get there if you're not preparing for it each and every day. You got to be the best version of you every day. Because your life can change like that. Just like that.
First of all, I want to say this. Today, out of all the horsemen, this was Uncle Angelo's live today. Uncle Angelo's live. Listen, like I'm saying, I'm just the host. That brother came in this joint with a pot of boiling water. He had a whole crab boil. He had a whole boil going on. And I hope everybody ate. Because I know I did. And if I'm quiet, you know I'm eating. That's the only time you're going to get me quiet. And I'm going to tell you something. And what you said, and I don't care what anybody else can think, I felt that here. I felt that in my spirit. I felt my heart fluttering. Like, you did the damn thing, bro. You did that, man. And I pray that somebody out there got the message that this brother was, the jewels that he dropped today. This is the reason why I love my brothers, man. This is the reason why God designed us 7 men to do what we need to do, even if 3 or 4 is not here. But we still have 3 or 4 of us that are here. Every single time we do these lives, there's always a jewel being dropped. One of us is going to drop it on. Whether it's Micah, whether it's Mr. Ford, and we already know how Ford be doing. Whether it's Unc, whether it's Darrell, whether it's T.O., whether it's 757, whether it's Lee Nitty.
Can I say one thing, man?
Yes.
And I want to repeat what I said the first, and this is my second time being you guys present. But the energy I felt the last time when I got off this live, it was you couldn't explain. You get what I'm saying? The older, like I said before, the older I get, I don't know about you guys, the less friends you got out here, personal, in your face, that you go and that you can release with, emotionally with. just like this, just talking about everyday stuff. You know what I'm saying? It really helps the everyday. And we had that when we was younger. We had lots of friends, but as you get older, and I tell my son that cherish your male friends now, because they're gonna feel tired as you get older. We not like women. Women, they keep friends and they make more, they more sociable. But as we get older, that's what's the joke about TikTok and social media, because we probably would never be in this circle without it. You know what I'm saying? So God bless you guys, and God bless the idea that happens. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say this. You know what? I'm gonna say how this started. I gotta start from the beginning because what has happened has happened. I used to go live by myself, and I used to host panels. And when I say my panels was what was wild, and women, I'm going in, going hard in the paint. Yo,
to go to God and say, Father, look, listen, now I'm a man, and I need my rib. I need my balance. I need my peace. I need one that is going to literally only see the value in me. And it's not going to matter about who comes in my path. There ain't going to be no work relationships. There ain't going to be situationships. No, I'm going to save myself for that purpose, for that man. And ladies, in order for you to find your moments, like Paul speaking of, which was perfect because that was very, very well said. Boaz and Esther were a prime example on Esther allowing herself to be chased, but at a distance. She didn't just give up the box. She didn't just give up herself. No, she said, oh, if this is what you were pursuing, then you're going to have to continuously find me. And remember that, man. If you are going to say to him, I do, that means that that continued chase does not stop. You are continuously trying to find that purpose in your woman. And for women, if you want your Boaz, if you want your peace, if you want all of that protection, if you want all of those things, you have to be there for that Boaz. And I land with that. Like I said, I didn't get that much to speak, but I saw it all over. It just gives me exactly what it needs. I ain't put no seasoning on what does not need no seasoning. You know what I'm saying? It's black and white. We out, y'all women out here walking around like walking trains. You know what I'm saying? Men are out here being hoes, right? Because, it feels good temporary. But you're not built for temporary moments. You're built for everlasting moments with one person. See, you can be tempted by that one woman. You don't need to be tempted by women. And women, you don't need big, thick, tall women. You don't need to figure out all these different things to figure out who's your balance. Because, see, when you do that, your balance is already so messed up that by the time you get your balance, you ain't getting a balance. You just get somebody that just said, okay, I'll deal with it. So don't just be a woman that the man just deals with. Be a man, be a woman that the man looks at you as and Ruth. Start looking at your men as the Boaz that you want to create.
They not.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta go.
Come on, bro. See, do your thing.
I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be gone, and I'm gonna be gone. This is the close. Understand the difference between broke and broken. Understand the difference between broke and broken. Make sure you guys are pointing at each other. Understand the power that you bring to any situation just by showing up. Ministry of presence is something that is can't measure. So just understand the difference between broke and broken. We're using it wrong, and some people are just gonna have to go figure that out for themselves. So I land there. I gotta go.
I know. Now do your thing. Pack them up, y'all. Ladies, pack the fellas up so I can do my thing. Micah, love you. Appreciate you, bro. Always. And there you have it. The horseman. I can't do it without it. I mean, I could, but it don't make no sense. Anyway, give y'all the rundown. They might get a pen. They might want to need to get a little pen and paper, so y'all can know what days we do what we do here, so y'all can understand and give us, respect. So tomorrow morning we have cooking with brother Mr. Ford, myself, and D Ford, aka Twin, aka Rel. We'll be doing that tomorrow morning. 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be cooking breakfast in the morning, breakfast and conversation. Pull up and join us. Then you have Sunday morning. Sunday with Micah's ministry, Sunday morning, which is 9 o'clock Mountain Time. For those that don't know what Mountain Time is, 9 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Pacific Time, 10 o'clock Central Time, and 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That'll be Micah's ministry on Sunday morning. Then, coming to you ladies, for all you women, She Moves the Room, which is hosted by my sister Nudgy, my beautiful wife Rain Love, and my other sister Angie B. She moves the room. It's a 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a platform for you women to go up there and express, and like I said before, just actually have conversations, have the tough conversations that y'all don't like to have, the uncomfortable conversations that y'all may not like to have, but also it's for us men to learn and to listen and sit back. No men come up on the platform. It is all for you women and you women only. And I think it's a safe space that women should need to go to, so y'all can have those conversations that need to be said. So we men can sit back and be like, dang, I didn't even know she really think that way. Or she truly feels like that, because we truly don't know how you feel or how you think unless you're safe. Then coming to on Monday, we have Ford Focus Monday morning. 6 Pacific, 7 Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then we back at it with Velvet, with the Horsemen. So you have the Horsemen on Wednesdays, you have Questions with Velvet on Thursdays, and you have the Horsemen again on Friday. All 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And like I said the other day, I do Questions with Velvet, which means I just sit like this, and I pretty much is me giving my rant. I just talk about random stuff that men and women do. And if people have questions, they're more than willing to come up. So yesterday I only had 2 people that really came up that had questions. For all the people that be requesting to come up on the live, when the fellas are here, you see me by myself, come up there and ask the questions then. So how do you find She Moves the Room? Let me do this real quick, because I think one of the sisters is still here. Rain, where you at? Did she leave? There we go. Oh.
I'm here.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing?
I'm all right, babe.
Let me ask you a question. You got a man? You got a man?
Don't be asking no crazy foolishness.
I'm saying. I'm just doing what they do in the comments. Are you single? You got a man?
I'm single, ready to make them.
Word. So what's up? I'm saying. You got me licking my lips over here. I know you looking scrumdiddlyumptious.
I might for it. I got things to do.
I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to do you.
Ladies, please. Y'all want to engage. Y'all want to talk. Y'all want to have conversation, right? Let's do it. Let's engage. Let's get some little camaraderie going on between us on a panel. Y'all can request stuff and talk about some things. But stop trying to come on this panel where these men are. Let's go where we can be great by ourselves. We can move the room, whether it's positive or negative, but we gonna move that room. Because we ladies make noise wherever we go. In our stilettos, red bottom. I'm just saying. So if y'all want to engage with us, it is Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please, Sunday Eastern Standard Time. It's on my profile. It's on Nudgy's profile. It's on Andy B's profile. I think it's on Cover Girl's profile. It's a few of us. So you can connect there and connect with us.
So basically, I'm sorry. So basically, for all the women, stay up there for a second. For all the women that would like to know how to get in, where their live is, follow Rain Love, and then when you follow Rain Love, set your notification for when she goes live, and that way you'll know. Because it's only once a week, every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for the 180 some odd people that are still here, if you are a woman and you are following Rain Love, please put a 1 in the chat. Respectfully.
We appreciate you, ladies.
If you have just followed Rain Love, please put a 1 in the comments. Thank you.
Hey, I do follow you, people. Big follow. Okay, let's get it going, ladies. Let's make our moves up when she moves the room.
So now watch this.
I think y'all will enjoy it. At least our music is fire.
So watch this. So for all you ladies that put them 1 in the comments, I'm expecting to see you there Sunday.
Okay, Jay, I got it. I'll put it out. Stop freaking getting it on.
Why, Jay, why you keep getting booked? You see, Jay?
She can't put it on. Stop trying to make America great. Leave it as it is. Then you'll be all right.
Don't, hey.
Was there last Sunday? Thank you, Learning to Live. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just trying to build a platform because these men are doing great things.
She said, what is the one for? See, that means y'all don't follow instructions. I just literally said, if you followed Rain Love, please put a 1 in the comment. That's all I asked. She said, wait, what is the 1 for? The 1 is for to let me know that you followed Rain Love.
It's follow directions. Follow directions. We also have Sean who comes on there, and she's amazing. Now,
Yes.
she's the one that does her own thing at times, but when I say she needs to stand by herself, she needs to stand by herself.
Yeah, Sean.
Stand out.
You got Sean, you got Dawn of Aquarius. You got,
Aquarius, who's fire, and also, yeah, you want to follow her. It's a lot of positive women on here doing some things. Like, we just have to connect, like men connect, and build platforms like they have. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yep. And the men and here's the beauty of it. Us men, we moderate.
Oh yeah, guys moderate for us.
We moderate, we tap the screen, we do all the stuff that the same thing that these women do for us, we reciprocate.
Yeah, get back to that, Dave. Yeah. Yeah, so we're trying to, like I said, build up the platform, do positive things. But Dave, you can drop it because I know you got things you want to say. Get off the thing. It's 11:19.
All right, first of all, stop calling me babe, because my side piece might be out here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, okay. I'm about to pack you up. I'll let you later. So listen, do me a favor, slide your number in my DM.
Bye.
You don't think I'm handsome? Who packed her up? Yo, who packed her up? I was trying to get my swerve on. See, y'all be hating. Yo, word, that's how you do it, son. I'm trying to get my Mac on, bro. Like, you know, I got a thing for these red bones, man. Anyway, listen, man, I appreciate everybody that's still here. Thank you for the tap. Thank you for gifting. Once again, shout out to Uncle Angelo who did the thing. No, Jade, I'm not closing with the song. Not tonight. Not tonight. She said close with the song. Nah, not today. Maybe Sunday. Thank you for all the taps. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for, matter of fact, just the most importantly, thank you for all your support. For real. Like, we truly appreciate all those that we know that come out here every time we do our live and you take time out of your day to join us. So we truly thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. And I know I do. Thank you, sis. I truly appreciate y'all. Because I know, you know, y'all could be doing other things and y'all be doing your thing, but we appreciate y'all. Because some days, every day is not my day. And as a brother, I know when to, and just let my brother cook. Everybody can be a chef. We can't all make souffle. Unc souffled the crap out of his lives. He must have been on one. I don't know what he had. He was on one this morning. He was saying stuff that hit me hard. I got to get off this line, but man, I'm going to say this. This was one of the best Friday lives I've had. Real talk. Yes, it was Friday to me. Yep. I think it's almost time for us to get off this app. Like what you called in to play, I feel it coming. I feel it coming, bro. Real soon. But anyway, gotta slide. Pull up on us tomorrow morning. Come have some breakfast with us. Breakfast with Brethren. We'll be doing our thing. Thank you, Roxy. Yeah, we do need a podcast, but that's, you know, we're actually praying on that. You know, there's gonna be some doors open. We just got God to open the door. He just want to make sure that we're all ready. So, I'm not rushing it. I'm just doing everything in His order. Respectfully. We said contact. What are you talking about? Oh, well, send that cake over here then. Anyway, I gotta slide. I gotta get ready. One more. It's my last work day. Got the weekend to chill. We're gonna do some things this weekend. I got some stuff, some family situations I gotta take care of this weekend. I lost a family member last week, and she was close. One of my closest cousins, one of the matriarchs of my family. You know, that's why I'm doing this live, because she was my favorite cousin, female. As far as female, she was one of my favorite cousins. And the reason why I loved her so much, because she saw me for who I am. She looked at me and always told me to be me, like she knew who I was. She saw me, if that makes sense. And she allowed me to be who I was, and she was always like, just be you, regardless of what the family may think or whatever the family may say, be you. So, more time or something. So, yeah, so I got some family stuff I gotta take care of this weekend, but I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, let me do what I always do. Yeah, Roxy, she was amazing. My cousin, that was my girl. Like, and you know, you got family members, but you got certain cousins that's like, this is my favorite male cousin, this is my favorite female cousin, she was my favorite. Hands down. Hands down. Never look at me as if I'm a problem child. I was just a child with a problem. But she, you know, just treated me like it's always like who I was. And I didn't realize until I got older, like, be you. Her telling me, like, you know, cuz just do you. Yeah, we all have that one person. So right now she's sleeping in peace, but still got to deal with the family. So, you know, this is what I do. Anyway, let's do this. As I always say, once again, thanks for everybody that pulled up. Thanks for all those that came and shared the live out, tapped the screen, for those that got the message, for those that was even trying to shoot their shots at the brothers, for all those that were in the comments, because like I said, it's not us on this platform that make the platform, it's you guys that pull up. The ones that show up to the live, you guys are the most important to me. You're the most important. It's not even about reaching the goal, 100-something likes. I just do that because I want 100-something likes. But for the most part, it's your presence and the things that you guys say in the comments that matters more. So thank y'all again for joining us. Pray to God that, you know, we'll be able to see tomorrow. And we're going to keep moving forward. But with that being said, as I always do, may the love of the Lord be with us all until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, listen, enjoy your Friday on purpose. You guys have an amazing day. And walk with the Lord and walk in your purpose. And as my brother, Uncle Angelo will always say, look at the white shows. Peace and blessings, everybody. Have an amazing day.